Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you like and subscribe to this damn channel. Give me a follow on X at green_Jericho, on Instagram at JGTalk2. While you're at it, get yourself some merch. So, there's so many things. Being a content creator, that sounds so weird. But being someone who fucking puts shit on YouTube every day, this news cycle with Trump back in office is crazy. There are multiple things every single day. All of the topics I can't even get to. Not complaining, just stating the facts. So, what's next? Well, Trump has an idea. Or I shouldn't say, it's not his idea. Other countries do this, but he would like to implement the idea here, where he's going to charge people $5 million to get what's called a Trump gold card. Now, I love that he puts his name on shit because it pisses off the left. I said this during his first administration. Trump, everything he does, it's like he's on a bridge over the Amazon River, and the Amazon River is teeming with piranhas. And the piranhas are the mainstream mediocres, the talking heads, the commie pinko politicians, Hollywood, all the people yelling that Trump is a fascist and he's Hitler. He's the Hitler remix, right? All of these people are jumping up and down, screaming how fascist he is, racist, misogynist, blah, 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 blah. So he does it just to piss those people off. Those are the piranhas. And everything he does, the Trump gold card, Trump Gaza Strip, that AI video that he released, Doge, these are all things that he throws in the water, and every little morsel he throws in the water, the piranhas just go nuts. So for him to name it the Trump gold card is just another way to twist the knife in their side. And I love it. You guys know my address. It's on the low road. So the Trump gold card, $5 million, what does that mean? That means we're going to get the upper crust of immigrants, people who are wealthy, people who add to America, and people who can create jobs. America is strongest when the most people possible are in the workforce, especially if you're a man. We have to produce, we have to toil. In whatever way, we got to do something. We got to be productive. So with Americans having jobs, that means Americans have money. That means Americans have upward mobility. You know what I mean? What's that? Oppenheimer? No, opportunity. There it is. The pursuit of happiness and opportunity. So with us having opportunity and our ability to pursue happiness, happier people, more productive people. I know the swamp, the deep state doesn't want that, but Trump does, i.e. we do. So with the Trump gold card, it costs you $5 million. And like I said, it's going to bring us the upper crust of immigrants. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Don't worry, guys. I'll take the heat for it. We don't want no more poor fucking immigrants, all right? We have enough. We need to put a pause, a moratorium on poor immigrants. We have tons of poor Americans already. They're already built in. We got them. We don't need any more of your poor, your tired, or your huddled masses. All right? We're all poured out. We're all poured up. We're done. Now, maybe some other time we can let them come back in, but we need to get some people who can create something, who can generate something. We're tired of your poor fucking immigrants. There. I don't care if your government is corrupt and they're evil and they're homicidal and all this other shit. That's your problem. I got my own problems here. But we need to start having immigrants who create jobs and businesses for Americans. And of course, simply because it comes from Trump, the left says it's a horrible idea. What about the other migrants who can't afford $5 million? Well, if you can't afford the cover charge, you can't come in the club. Isn't that how it works? If you can't afford the admission, then you can't come in. If you show up with your family to Disneyland and your local theme park and you don't have the money to enter, do you think there's going to be some representative for the theme park that says, hey, you can't cover the cover charge? Well, we have this fund that's paid into by the American taxpayer that's going to pay your family's admission when you get in there. And not only are they going to pay the admission, they're going to pay for you guys to get food and drinks and go on all the rides. Your kids are going to have the little hats and foam fingers. We're going to hook you up. No, it doesn't work that way. If you don't have the admission cost, you can't get in. You just got to stand outside and, man, sure looks fun in there. Right? Isn't that how it is for everybody else in everyday life? There's no fun there. There's no group there to help you get everything you need. So I'm going to tell you poor immigrants who want to come into America what my dad used to tell me when he told me no, I couldn't have something. Tough titty, said the kitty. I don't think so. I'm done with letting people into our country who need something. You need to bring something. You need to add something. You can't come here needing shit. How do you come to another country needing something? I'm all for it. I love the idea. I think, was it Australia? I think they charge like up to $10 million. It's either, I think it's Australia. Crikey. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to get bit by some poisonous snake or spider or have a funnel web spider bite you in your house, mate. What a weird accent Australians have. No. My daughter used to watch this TV show from Australia called H2O, and it was about these girls, they're high school age, and they were mermaids. So the plot of the story was them constantly trying to hide the fact that they're mermaids in front of everybody. Chloe, you want to go to the swimming pool? No, because every time they get water on them, they turn into a mermaid. And that was, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, my daughter would watch it. So even to this day, we'll say to each other out of nowhere, Chloe, no. Anyway, Trump gold card. I think it's a great idea. I mean, at $5 million a pop, every 200 people is $1 billion. Hello. Every 200 people, that is $1 billion going toward our debt or going toward America, whatever we need, whatever program, whatever fund, whatever. It's going to us. I love it. You get 200,000 people, that's $1 trillion. I think what Trump is doing is everything he's doing, all these programs, all these savings and stuff is ultimately going to pay down our $37 trillion debt. That's what all this stuff is for. And with that amount of debt, which is beyond astronomical that we can't even wrap our minds around, how many lifetimes would it take us to pay that down? He has to get creative. He has to think outside the box. It's, you may have been at a point in your life where, or you might still be, where you have a finite amount of money, but you got to stretch that shit. You got to eat, bills have to be paid, fuel has to be in your car. You have to become creative and finagle shit and twist it and flip it and stretch it to where everything gets covered off of this one amount of money. Now, even though it's on a much larger scale, it's the same concept. Instead of trying to be creative and stretch money, he's trying to be creative to save money, to pay down this debt. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's what we need. Do you think that if Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, was in the White House, she would be in any way capable of coming up with ideas like this, or even having the mindset of being creative to get this shit paid down? How are we going to save money and pay down this debt? Do you think Kamala, the cackler, the human hyena hybrid, would even have that thought? Just to get a little scary. I know it's not October, but just to get a little spooky. Just think what condition we would be in if Kamala was in the White House. Just her floating around, drifting, going to different events, shaking hands, making deals, making policy. That shit would be a nightmare. But fortunately, since America is a business, we have a businessman who's business minded to help fix this shit, to help right this ship. I don't know if you guys ever been on a large ship, not a boat, a ship. Man, to turn that thing around, it takes a minute. It takes a minute. You can't turn on a dime. You're not Tokyo drifting that bitch. It takes a while to turn a big ship around. It's going to take a minute. And it might hurt a little bit in the beginning. But boy, when we come out on the other side, when we Andy Dufresne out of that tunnel of raw sewage into that pure, crystal, cold, clear rain, holy shit, are we going to have fun. You know what it's like to struggle, to work for something, and when you finally get it, when you finally get those results, like James Taylor said, how sweet it is. But what say you? What do you think of the Trump $5 million gold card? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think it's crazy, Jericho? That's not going to generate enough money. There aren't enough people that want to come to America. Shit. Or do you like it? You think it's a great idea? You think we should up the money? You think it should be 10 million, 15 million? That's why I'm going to meet you in the comments. Talk to me, Goose. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.